और अब ये कि the question is he's saying W is an alkene with the formula C4H8. तो उसने ना C4H8 का ना he had already given us 4 structures. ठीक है कि either the 4 carbon atoms are in a straight line and there's a double bond, or the double bond is in the middle and they would form 2 cis trans, or it's going to be a branch structure, which was this one. The carbon atoms, 3 would be in a line and one of them would be a branch. So there were 4 different W's. ठीक है तो उसने कहा कि it reacts with HBr to form 2 possible carbocations, and he's given us the formula to identify W as a compound. So this is the carbocation and the 2 possible carbocations that are getting formed. Let me draw the carbocation CH3. If you look over here, it is CH3, and right next to it there's a carbon with a positive charge, and that carbon has an H, and it's got a CH2 and a CH3 as well. So that kind of shows that the 4 carbon atoms must be in a line. ठीक है, मतलब straight line में, that's ठीक है, it must be in a line. The other one, again you have a carbocation and the 4 you've got right at the top there's this one, there's a carbocation with 2 H plus 1 ions. 2 H ions, and it's got a plus 1 charge. Then you have a CH2, CH2, and CH3. So that indicates that the 4 carbon atoms are forming a straight chain again. So the 2 possible carbocations. So the question is, which one of the alkenes was this? Was it this one? Or was it the one where the double bond was in the middle? Okay, or it was the one with branches and the double bond was here. Now this is eliminated, okay, because you're not getting a branch structure. Usme hota kya? Pehle the first thing, what happens when HBr reacts with it? What happens is, it is known as electrophilic addition, or let me, let's close out. So what happens is, okay, there's going to be electrophilic addition. Okay, the H is going to come along. Usme jo HBr mein jo H hai na, that is positive and Br is negative, and the double bond will be attracted to the H. So when the double bonded electrons get attracted to the H, a couple of things could happen. Either the H atom and the Br would get repelled. Okay, so Br को हम तोड़ के अलग कर देते हैं. Okay, the Br electrons are gone. They got repelled and Br became -1, and the Br is gone now. Okay, it got repelled and it went as far away from the double bond as possible. A piece of egg, you've got your H positive, and that's going to be attracted to the double bond. So it's going to attract the double bond electrons. So it could form 2 carbocations. It could either form a carbocation, and this H could either go and bond with the carbon that's on the left side, and a carbocation would be formed over here. This carbon would become positive. Okay, that's one of the options. Okay, वो double bond में जो pi electron cloud है, the H is going to attract that. ये हमने detail में कहीं पहले शायद किया था. 1 second. We did nucleophilic substitution. We did oxidation of alkenes. We didn't do this so far. कि इसको हम डिटेल में पढ़ लेते हैं कि alkenes की ना electrophilic addition, ठीक है. So I'm going to talk about this in detail. I'm going to write it over here. So this one is the electrophilic addition of alkenes. And it only happens with unsaturated compounds or alkenes where you have a double bond. तीन चीजों के साथ react होता है. It's Pr2, it's water, ठीक है, hydration, it's with HBr or HCl as well, जो hydrogen halides हैं, ठीक है. I'm just going to write HX. And hydrogenation is also electrophilic addition. So you've got these four things. Bromine जो the room temperature के ऊपर aqueous or CCl4 solvent. Water is 300 degrees centigrade, 60 atmospheric pressure. Hydrogenation is nickel plus 150 to 200 degrees centigrade temperature. And for halides, hydrogen halides, you don't need special conditions. So whenever you've got an alkenes, ठीक है, तो and whenever you have alkenes का मैं pi bond show कर देता हूँ, ठीक है. Whenever you've got alkenes, double bond होता है और ये CH3 है. अच्छा, that double bond kind of indicates that there is a pi bond. Pi bond का मतलब है कि there's going to be a sigma bond in the middle और ये दोनों कार्बन एटम्स के पास, इस वालों को थोड़ा सा मैं एग्जैक्ट शेप में ड्रॉ कर लूं. और ये दोनों कार्बन एटम्स sp2 हाइब्रिडाइज्ड होंगे and they are going to form a pi bond, ठीक है. That's when double bonds are formed. There's going to be a high electron density cloud above and below the carbon atoms, ठीक है. So this is going to be fan shaped and this one is also going to be fan shaped. They're both going to be fan shaped. तीन electrons इधर गए, the fourth electron of carbon is unused and it ends up forming a pi bond. तो अब इसमें ये कि when a molecule has double bonds, तो उसका जो mechanism होता है वो ये होता है कि अच्छा, उसका mechanism होता है कि HBr का जो molecule है ना, या कोई भी इनमें से molecule है, it will get polarized first. The positive H will get attracted to the electrons और इसके अपने bond के electrons further repel होंगे. So there's this electron cloud over here and that's going to repel the electrons in the molecule over here. That's the first step. And after that first step happens, second step होता है कि the second step is कि Br-1 gets repelled and takes those electrons and goes away. तो वो full-fledged Br-1 बन जाता है, ठीक है. वो इलेक्ट्रॉन उसको मिल गए, ठीक है. It's gotten those electrons, तो उसके ऊपर आप दो डॉट डाल दोगे because it's now a nucleophile and it's now a Br-1. वो H से electrons चले गए, so H is now full-fledged positive. So that H and that H which is now positive now, it's going to be even more strongly attracted to the electrons. So it's going to be attracted to those electrons. तो वो क्या करेगा, इन electrons को, जो pi electron cloud में electrons हैं, इसको उठा लेते हैं, इनको खींच के वो अपने साथ attach कर लेगा, ठीक है. And it's going to get attached to either one of the carbon atoms, ठीक है. It could either be this carbon atom, so this H will go. It's going to pull those electrons from that. Just a second.